I want to see your long version. I know I used that last week, but I'll probably just beat that to death.
Yeah, well, it's already there, Mark.
We do have a special guest. It's Margaret Parshall, who's the advertising director for the Jackson Citizen Patriot.
Good morning.
Oh, Perry, you get to go back and forth.
One of my favorite Facebook friends.
Yes.
She's a lot of fun. We always have a good time with Margaret. But I wanted her to come in. I asked her to come in and talk about the changes that we have seen as real estate agents in advertising and how the CITPAT has addressed that, because I'm sure it's not just us, it's all across the board, and how that's changed. So, hi Margaret.
Good morning. The most pronounced change, of course, has been going from print to online, which has been positive for the consumers, definitely, because now the consumer is in charge. The consumer is waving his or her hand, saying, I'm looking for a home, here's my criteria, punches it in, and can look for a home on mlive.com.
And I have statistics, of course, in front of me.
That's pretty simple.
It's not that simple, but thanks, Margaret.
It sounded good.
Yeah. In 2010, this showed that 87% of home buyers use the internet to find a home. That's according to the National Association of Realtors. So I bet that's probably increased. Have you guys got statistics on how many hits you're getting? And
we do, absolutely. mlive.com statewide had over 3 million unique users in February. And if you bring that down to Jackson, mlive.com/Jackson had over 2 million page views in March. So it's people are moving to online now that they have a choice. And if they want the print, we have the print. They want the online, we have the online, and searching for a home.
Are you still, the real estate supplement is not printed anymore?
That's correct.
That
That's
stopped
correct.
a year ago or so?
I don't remember. Yeah, it's been a little while.
And that was a really nice thing that we had for a long, long time, probably a dozen years or so, that was an insert into the Friday newspaper that was specifically about real estate.
Yes.
And because of the changes in advertising, it's now the real estate ads that are in print are back into the classifieds.
In Sundays, that's correct. Yes,
And
we still have a few that want to go in print, so we're going to honor that.
Yeah.
But many are online now.
Is that, tell about how many print people are still reading the newspaper. I still get the hard copy that I like to read. And
despite your technology advance here?
Well, I just like having a newspaper in my hand. I
Yes.
still read a real book.
You don't Kindle it?
I do not Kindle it. Maybe one of these days. Maybe an iPad too if I win it.
There's still
Margaret.
Oh, that's right.
You're an old guy.
If you want to win an iPad too, just go to Be Our Friend on Facebook.com for the Jackson Citizen Patriot. There's still a large number of people who want print. On Sunday, our circulation is 31,000. And if you look at least 2 people reading each copy of the Citizen Patriot, that's a hefty number. We're still reaching a lot of people in print. There's a new generation, however, that's coming up that wants everything either online, on their Android, on their iPod, in different ways. So we're trying to serve all those different manners of getting information to people.
And I read MLive online, so we're the opposite there.
Are you taking calls, Laura?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Question for the experts.
Yes.
Heard a broadcast yesterday on this particular station, 970 AM, Jackson, Michigan.
Yeah.
Eric Holmer's Justice is, I believe it's St. Louis, demanding that a local bank that's been around for 100 years in the suburbs are not offering enough mortgages to the, in other words, they're bringing the subprime mortgage back. Can you comment on that any further? Now, that's Obama's decision. I don't want to get too political, but they're trying to bring that back. That's Bill Clinton on steroids.
Okay.
Well, I would be surprised if they could get the subprime back in, because you have to have a minimum score of 640, and subprime addressed credit scores that were below that, or issues with income, or things like that. So I have not heard of anyone being able to get a mortgage through that had anything less than a 640. Have you?
No, I have not. I'm guessing that has more to do with the laws in that the banks have to make loans in every single area. They cannot not make loans in a certain area because of the makeup of the inhabitants.
Like income level, trying to be fair.
Yes, but I'm guessing that there are certain areas of depressed value where banks are not making very many loans, and the federal government may be saying, hey, you've got to work harder at getting people into homes in these areas, but the banks will still have to follow the laws and rules and guidelines that have been set up.
Now, it could be private investment money. That's possible, but
doubtful.
I don't see much of it.
No.
I'd love to see some private investment money because there's some great people out there that would repay the mortgages, but we can't find it. So, anyhow, thanks for the call.
Yep. Thank you.
Back to the internet. How accurate is the information that you guys have on your advertising of properties? Because, oh my gosh, we get calls all the time. People go to various websites and they say, you know, this property, well, that was sold a year ago, you know, so.
That's a good question. We get a daily feed from the multiple listing service from the Jackson Area Association of Realtors. So it is updated daily. So there are new listings there. There are open houses that come in on Thursday. So anything that the Board of Realtors has as updated information from agents and brokers, we have on MLive.
And that comes off almost immediately, don't you? Or do you do it once a day?
It comes off once a day in the morning.
I was
yes.
thinking it was a couple times a day. But, so if a property is sold or expired or canceled or active, newly active, that is updated pretty much daily.
It should be, yes. Okay. As long as the agent or broker updates it with the jar, yes.
Is there a direct link that I can go to as opposed to going to MLive, hitting classified?
Good question. What I would do is go to the MLive homepage, mlive.com/Jackson. Across the top there's a bar with a tab that says real estate. Once you get to that page, I would bookmark it so that you can go there regularly. And that's where you put in your search criteria. If you're looking for an agent, a particular agent, somebody who has an area of expertise that you're looking for, if you're looking for a geography, and you can put in your criteria and save it, and then go to the maps and see which new listings are there, or if you have a range of home you're looking for as far as price goes, you can do that also. But I would bookmark that.
And can a consumer that goes through MLive reach an agent through your website?
Absolutely. Yes. You can do a direct connect. We have hot links to the brokers' emails and to the agents' emails. Or you can send them an email, you can go to their website, you can call them. There's many ways that a consumer can get through to an agent, yes.
Mark, are you doing anything with Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn?
I hope not.
With real estate?
No. I probably will start, but I'm not crazy about using my personal Facebook page that I connect with friends with for work. So I'll probably start a different...
Oh, I think you should.
Well,
come on.
My friends barely like me now, and so if I start sending them information on houses, they'll just ignore me completely.
I like Mark because of Facebook.
Uh-oh. The rest of me... Never mind.
Maybe that will entice someone to be a friend of yours.
Laura, what are you saying about shopping online? Because this is obviously an older community. There's an older demographic here. Are you seeing that high a number, over 80%?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot.
Jackson?
Actually,
Michigan?
I got a call yesterday. Someone found a house online. He called the listing office. They put him into voicemail, and so then he called the next office, which would be me, and I picked up the phone.
Wow.
And
he was lucky.
Which is unusual in itself.
Oh, yeah. So
you can text her, but it's hard to get her in person.
I always return my calls.
You do.
Always.
That's true.
Always.
But can I just say that I think that there's a misconception out there that Jackson is not wired, and it is wired. We have over 6,000 unique users on MLive daily. So that shows us that people are looking online.
Yeah, I think if they're not online, it's more of an economy thing. They had to cut back on an expense. so they don't have the internet. I've got 3 or 4 buyers we mail stuff to because they don't have the internet. And that's okay.
So not many.
They have cash, so
That's good. That's good.
that's cash is king.
That helps. Hi, are you taking calls? By now?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you.
I live out in the Little Christie area.
Yeah.
4-bedroom house. Probably not as nice as Laura's. Nice house.
I'm
Okay.
trying. Okay, do I know you?
Oh yeah. Our kids are getting older and moved away from college, so we're thinking about knocking down a bedroom wall and going to a 3-bedroom house, expanding the master bedroom. Do you think that will affect the value of the home if it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house?
No. And if it has a nice big master suite, I've got someone looking for a ranch right now that I can't find them a house. And they want good sizable rooms, and it's just a retired couple. They just want, but they want a ranch and they want the good size rooms.
You can't find a house now?
Right. That fits their needs.
Boy, I must be missing something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Well, there's
properties
a
out
wonderful
there.
one that they like, but it's too big for them because it has this whole second floor they
Wow.
don't need. So
You'd actually be surprised. You know, we talk a lot about the foreclosures and the houses that are just not up to snuff, and there are those buyers out there that still want a nice house. And I was talking to a realtor from another office last week, and you know, those $200,000 to $400,000 houses are pretty tight these days. I mean, if there's a $250,000 house that's been foreclosed on, it was probably a $500,000 house a couple of years ago. That's nice, but it needs a ton of work. So.
and so the answer to the question is, yeah, go ahead, make that master suite.
Just knock it.
Make it.
Make it nice.
Make it nice. Bathrooms and kitchens sell, and right now
And you get
people
the money
want big
back.
size rooms. They don't want these little rooms. They've got a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Despite the hard economy. So
Margaret, can you, if a consumer goes onto MLive to look at real estate, they can search by criteria?
Absolutely. They can search by city, by zip code, by web ID, by the MLS number if they know it, by property type, acreage, square foot. I mean, they can put in amenities like a basement, a fireplace, air conditioning. That's the beauty of online. You can narrow it down to what you want exactly.
So if I want a hacienda in Rives Junction, no problem, right?
I'm not sure we have hacienda as a criterion, but you can do
Rives
Rives Junction,
Junction,
yes.
All right.
and is it Rives or Tompkins that's doing the big
Rives.
garage? Rives.
The mayor was on.
The mayor. I didn't know Rives had a mayor.
They do today on the radio.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be back. If you have a question for our esteemed panel, 787-3397, or email Mark at this fine address,
Mark at ThinkingRealEstate.
realestate.com. That was timely, Laura. Mark,
I can't help
take
it.
over
I just
this
can't
show.
help it.
Take over this show.
So,
I smell feet. Take over this show.
Oh well, I have sandals on. It's hot. We can wear sandals
Hot
now.
isn't the word.
Just
for
can't
this.
wear white yet, but we can wear sandals.
This is a boilerplate in here today.
Hey, Mark, do you think the internet's more important than yard signs?
I would say no.
Just as important.
I would say just as important, but I think we still probably get the vast majority of calls on yard signs.
They're gonna. I disagree. I think they're gonna be searching the internet. They look for the good websites. I've got clients that go to other companies' websites and then they call me because they get attached to certain layouts of websites, or maybe they go to my website and then they call another realtor. I don't know, but they start. I think they start on the internet. Most of them.
Those are the techies.
I think there's
It's just easy. If I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna.
Start on the internet.
Plus, you can't drive everywhere and see every yard sign. If somebody lives in the pucks like I do, you know, we only get 2 cars that drive by my house every day. They're not going to see a sign.
And those are yours. Your husband's, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need them both,
Yeah.
but I think people are going to start with the internet. It's my opinion.
okay. I'll go with that. I am.
Flexible, if nothing else.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What else do you have?
Dead silence. We Facebook, Twitter a little bit, and LinkedIn. We use all those. I started blogging, although blogging I think works if you're doing a search and it just happens to pop up. I haven't really figured the blogging thing out, and that's very time consuming. Thoughts?
Well, I'm not, I think that the Twitter thing will only work if your clients, and I guess other realtors too, follow you. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I have to think about that. I just, the Facebook thing, I know that there have been a lot of articles out there about social media and the access that people have to it, but if I'm going to do it, I want to do it correctly and use it appropriately.
Well, that's true. You got to have your contents have to be accurate and precise. I hate things that are misspelled. Once it's on the internet, it's on there. You're not getting it off. So I also think you have to have a lot of pictures. We can have 15 pictures in our MLS. And so we do 15 if we can get that many different poses of the house.
And people are drawn to video online also.
Yeah, we do visual tours and video
phones.
tour. And then there's the phone.
Well, smartphones. I have an iPhone, and it's, I've watched video clips that people have sent me on there, and I think that that's a great way. I think smartphones are really incredible. Mm-hmm. And even my mother, who's 78, asked me the other day what a smartphone was, so I had to show her. And
are you smarter than your phone?
No.
Or do you have a smartphone to
I
help
am
you?
not smarter than my phone. Margaret, another quick question about the SITPAT is talk about being a good Jackson partner, because I know that you guys are still local.
Yes.
Your employees are still here.
Yes. Yes, we are a local company. We employ about 100 people. Plus, we also provide employment for some contractors, carriers, etc., about 100 in the community. And local is our franchise. That's who we are. People can get information from a national perspective, a regional perspective, anywhere. But to get local, especially like prep sports and local government, they are coming to the Citizen Patriot and looking for houses to buy.
Margaret, since you dropped that Friday feature, what are you doing to fill that in?
As far as the real estate
goes,
we're just meeting the needs of our readers and our advertisers in different ways, and we have to change constantly.
And people do go to the SITPAT for open houses, I know that.
Absolutely, yes.
We advertise our open houses in the SITPAT.
Mm-hmm.
Plus we use the Jackson Area Association of Realtors website for that, which feeds into MLive,
Yes.
and apparently that's the most hit section of our website for the Board of Realtors.
Okay, quickly. Thanks, Margaret. Thanks for all that info.
Thank you.
I have a new listing at the Legends, which is a really great value. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, over 4,000 finished square feet for $299.9, and for that neighborhood, that's a bargain.
Yeah, that is a bargain. Been showing houses in that. That's awesome. The house I have on Kibbe, 1655, a really cool historic home right there by the park. Reduced it to $349. Awesome house. Very cool house.
What else? Because we're running out of
You
time.
can go to thinkingrealestate.com to share this and all of our radio shows with your friends that happen to miss it.
Just share it.
And
Share it with the world.
We'll give a copy of it to the Citizen Patriot, and they can post it on their website.
There you go.
Cool. Fun.
I'll be looking for that later today.
And what else, I think? You can email us at laura@thinkingrealestate.com or mark@thinkingrealestate.com. Ciao for now.
How's the campaign going?
Oh, and it's
We'll
just
get to that
starting.
later.
Just starting.
We'll get to that later.